Hi, I'm Michael Artis. Thanks. Welcome back to your live continuing coverage of Toy Fair 2015. Thanks so much for joining us. I've got a really special guest here right now on BeTerrific. We're at the Jacob K. Javits Center in New York City. This is Jordan, and Jordan is a fifth-generation toy maker. First of all, mind-numbing. That's amazing. Congratulations. That's great.
Yes.
So when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
It's toy salesman.
There you go.
Everything I did in school is all related to toys, and just knew I'd always be doing this.
You knew always?
Yes. That's
Was
right.
there a choice? Did they say, hey, you could do whatever you want, but we'd like you to be a toy maker?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to be an ice cream man when I was in the first grade, but after that, it was always. always
My
toys.
grandfather owned a New York distributor for Taylor Freezer. We could have switched. I could have been the toy maker. You could have been the ice cream man. I used to play with the ice cream machines. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I used to think that I was going to be an ice cream machine guy. You know, like, I mean, I like ice cream.
Yeah.
So that you were an ice cream guy, and then you were like toys.
Yes. No.
How
always
hard
toys.
is it to be a fifth-generation toy manufacturer, toy maker, all this stuff? Because, you know, back then it might have been, I mean, there were different issues, but it might have been easier, but maybe not. And now it's easier in many ways and harder.
Yeah, I mean, the market's definitely changed in the past. I mean, the first item that my family was involved in was masks, and it wasn't Halloween related or anything, and just, you know, a simple toy, no electronics or anything that, you know, just kids would play with. But now, you know, with technology and toys becoming, you know, more and more advanced, and at the factories also having to produce to the technology has been challenging.
Yeah.
Keeping up with the times.
Well, also, I think, you know, like first of all, having a business that's fifth generation at this point is tough enough. Like, you can't think of many businesses that are fifth generation in America or in the world even, right?
Yeah.
There are very few. So fifth generation is unbelievable. And then in addition to that, you're talking about being in an industry that's constantly changing, constantly evolving, and now adds electronics, it now adds all sorts of stuff. So tell me how you guys stay ahead of that stuff and don't get left behind.
Well, I mean, really just keeping up with the trends, following what's going on in the market. You know, Toy Fair is a great place to see what's going on, what other people are doing, and, you know, just really trying things out and seeing what works. Sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes you can hit a home run.
Now, did you get toys that weren't from you guys, like when you were a kid? Could you play with other toys?
Well, my family's been involved in a lot of different companies,
Yeah.
so not necessarily one, and it's been involved in all different manufacturers.
Right. And what about your favorite overall toy?
Creepy crawlers. When I was younger, I was on the box of it, and
Were
so
you really?
it was always
Wow, you
a
were the
favorite
creepy
of mine.
crawlers kid.
Yes.
Did you tell the girls that?
I do.
How
Give
long
me some
before you
points.
break that out?
Yeah. No, definitely.
How long before you break that out? Is that like a second date kind of conversation?
Oh, yeah. No, mention it right away.
Right
course.
away. That's where. Can I buy you a beer? And by the way, I'm the creepy crawlers kid.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
how many of these the women know immediately, right?
Yeah, creepy crawlers was a great item. And
Yeah.
especially, you know, my age and our generation, that was a huge toy growing up.
I knew a
so.
kid who was the glowworm kid, I swear, and he would tell we're like in our early 20s, he'd literally tell every girl. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
the glowworm boy. Yeah, that's
Gotta
what he'd
get
say.
points
Yeah,
somewhere
points.
where you
It
can.
worked.
Yeah.
And so what about what you guys do today?
So right now I'm working for the learning journey. So we do educational learning toys, games,
Which is
puzzles,
It's
electronics.
great. It's one of my favorite areas of the toy industry right now because I feel like it's a great way to stimulate kids, to get them engaged in learning, to keep them focused, but to also allow them to have fun. And
Yeah.
there's no reason to not make it educational or informative. So I think that's great. So it's the learning journey, which is TLJI.com. First of all, if you want to find out more, TLJI.com. And tell me about the learning journey.
So we do educational toys, games, puzzles, basically, you know, learning, making it fun. So kids don't necessarily know that they're playing with a math game or a spelling game, and just simple ideas to keep it, you know, always have a learning theme to it.
Right. I love that. I love that. And tell me the story of how your family first got involved in the toy industry. You got to know it, right? Is this
well,
something you
it's
sit
in,
around like you finally you told the girl you're the creepy crawler kid,
Yes.
And then now she comes home for dinner, and they're like, "Hey, let me tell you about the story of how all this started." Right? Is that how it goes?
No, well, the first was in 1898 was
Yeah.
the first time someone was involved, and that was a mask company,
Yep.
which was my great-great-grandfather.
But how does that get started? I mean,
To be honest, I'm not 100% sure how.
you don't know the story? You haven't heard it 100 times?
No, I have not.
You know who
but-
Tom Brokaw is? Oh, you're killing me. You know who Seinfeld is?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to be my latex salesman.
Yes.
All right, there you go. All right, so you don't know how the company first got started, but it was who started it?
My great-great-grandfather.
Your great-great-grandfather. What was his name?
His name was Henry.
Henry. All right. So Henry starts the company, and then how does it evolve through the 1900s?
Well, there's just, changed. They started off with masks and then eventually went to costumes. And when Halloween started becoming, bigger and bigger holiday like what it is today, eventually grew from there. And then from that, my uncle and grandmother started to work for other companies, and just we've always been involved within the industry.
Very cool. Very, very cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Jordan, thank you so much for joining
Yeah.
us. I think maybe tomorrow we're going to try and work out getting your grandmother on here.
Yeah, that
She's
would be
been
great.
involved in the business as well, right?
Yes, she has. Right now, she's retired now, but she worked for a number of different toy companies throughout the years.
So we could have generations 2, missing 3. No, it would be she'd be number 2. No, she'd be number 3.
3 and 5.
3 and 5.
Yes.
Missing number 4 and missing 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2 not possible.
Right.
but,
Oh wow, this is
2 and
amazing.
3,
Pretty
yeah.
cool. All right, I'll tell you what. You wanna play me a little in slot cars?
Sure.
So we've changed the cars up a little. We've got a Bentley now.
All right.
I got the Bentley.
Which one am I here?
You're gonna be that Camaro, the new modern Camaro. That one,
I
the
see it.
Samsung. You know how to play, right?
Of course.
Of course, he's a toy guy,
Slot
right?
cars.
Here we go. Here we go, Jordan. On 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. I have no power to my car. Well, that worked out well.
And you win.
I guess I lose. We gotta fix that. This is Scalextric's car.
I went too
It's fun.
fast.
You went too fast. You did the best of anybody. You jumped off the track. I like that. Jordan, thank
It's
you so
fun.
much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody, turn on, tune in. Losing my mind here. I need some food. I need a drink. I need something. I need to take a break. So we're gonna take a break. But everybody's got to check out TJ. What is it? Hold on. TLJI.com. TLJI.com.
The Learning Journey
The Learning Journey International. We'll be back right after this. I'm Michael Artis. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to get something to drink, something to eat, take a small break, but it'll all happen by the time we come back from break. Just a regular break. This is your live continuing coverage of Toy Fair 2015 with the Toy International Association. We'll be back right after this on BeTerrific.